Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to basically open and close doors to bots in regards to your website. So you have a website and there are certain pages that you want the search engines to find. For example, search engines. It could be any bot, but primarily this is done for search engines. So you have some pages that you want them to find, some pages you don't want them to find. You have your money pages you definitely want them to find. Then you have some pages that are just useless. It might slow down your crawl rate, might cause other issues. They're just useless pages, so you don't want them to find them. For example, you could have other reasons. That's just that's one reason. And then you also have links on your website that maybe you don't want to pass authority on to that link, or maybe you don't want Google or Bing or whatever to associate you with that link, because if you link out to another website, if you don't use the nofollow attribute, they're going to associate, they're going to make the connection. It's kind of, they're like, these people are friends. This guy recommends this page, for example. So there are many different reasons why you might use it, but in this video I'm just going to show you what your options are and how to implement them. So there are basically 3 different options and different variations within each option. So I'll just quickly go through each one. So the first is a meta nofollow, and a meta nofollow is added as a meta tag, which is inside your head of your website, of each page of your website, and this goes on a page-by-page basis. So if you use this, it would need to be added to every single page that you want to use it on. In other words, you can't add it to one file and it work for your entire site. It only works for the specific page that you add it to. Okay, so and this is exactly what it looks like. This is 3 different versions of it. You would only use one of these different versions on your pages, but I put them all 3 here just to show you. So the first one says, "Hey robots," the Google bot or whatever it is. Robots works for all bots. It says, "Hey, do not index or follow this page." So if you had this on your page, Google, Bing, and any other bot will ignore your page. Any other bot that follows that. I'm sure there are spam, bad bots out there that don't really care, but all legitimate search engines, etc., are going to follow this. So what this tells them is, do not index this page. That's what the no index command right here says. It says do not index it. In other words, do not include it in your index. So don't record it, basically. So act like it never existed. That's what that tells them. And then the nofollow tells them, and also don't follow the links on this page. Just completely ignore it. That's basically what this command right here says. Act like the page that you're on never existed. And that's what Google, Bing, and any other legitimate bot will do when they see that command. Okay, so if you want that page to be indexed in Google, you do not want to have this on there. But if it's a page that you don't want the search engines to find for whatever reason, then you do want that on there. Okay, and then this one right here, you would add this one if you don't want it indexed to, for example, to be shown in their search results, but you do want the links to be followed. So if they see this, they're going to say, okay, we're not going to put this in our index, so we're not going to record it, but we are going to go ahead and follow through the links that are on that page. So that's what this command means. And then this one is the opposite. It means we will index the page, but we will not follow the links on the page. Okay, so and like I said, there's all kinds of different reasons why you might use this. I'm not going to go through every single scenario, but I just want you to know exactly what each one of these are and what they do. So that's the meta nofollow. So that's one option. Okay, and then second, you have the robots.txt. Now, in your robots.txt is a file that you can add to your website. You don't have to have one. And you add it to the root of your site, so it would be mysite.com/robots.text, robots.txt, and basically it's just a blank, initially a blank notepad document, just a blank page with no code or anything in it. And it includes, and you can do several different commands in it, but for this specific use, you would do this. And this right here, this is just some reference. So this tells all bots to follow the entire site. I'm going to delete that to remove any confusion. So this is exactly what I have highlighted here, is what you would have in your robots.txt file. And what this says is user agent. The star means it's like a wild card. It means all user agents, all bots, everything. and then this is the command. So this specifies who you're talking to, who the robots.txt is talking to, and it's saying anyone who's reading this, any bot that reads this by the star. If you knew the specific name of the bot you're addressing, you can put it like Googlebot, whatever it is. And then this just says this is the command. So this is who I'm talking to, and this is what I want you to do. So this is saying disallow, and it's blank, so that means disallow nothing. So in other words, this is saying you can index the entire site, do nothing, just basically, it basically just gives them permission to go ahead and follow your site, index it, do whatever they want. So that's what that user agent is. It's really kind of pointless, actually, to have that. Some people do use it. I think years ago maybe it helped in some way, I don't know, but it's basically useless anymore. If you're going to have that in your robots.txt, you might as well not even have a robots.txt, but it doesn't hurt. It certainly doesn't hurt to have it. So anyway, that's what that does. And then this right here does the same thing, but it says to ignore the entire site. So this says disallow, and since it's not blank, as this one was blank, this one has a forward slash. So this says everything past that forward slash, and what it means by that is mysite.com/ and it's basically that. Okay, it's basically everything past that, just ignore the, or actually it's saying the entire site. It's saying just ignore the entire site. So even the home page, because the home page is always an index, it's either index.html or index.php, so every file on your website is past this forward slash. So it's saying everything past this forward slash, which is your entire site, disallow. If you got rid of the dis and just put allow, then that would mean the same as this, okay? Because it's disallow nothing, okay? So this says disallow the entire site. Alright, so those are those two options, and then you also have this, and I just added this just to show you kind of like what a lot of people use it for. So for instance, if you have a WordPress site, a couple directories that are just kind of pointless to have indexed in Google are WordPress admin and WordPress include. So a lot of people will go ahead and disallow WordPress admin, disallow WordPress includes, and that will disallow those directories and everything in them. So that way you don't have to worry about canonical URLs, duplicate content, directories that just are 100% useless to the search engines. So those are a couple good examples. If you have WordPress sites, you might want to add that to your robots.txt file. Okay, so that's the robots.txt file, and like I said, there's all different uses for that, and you can disallow any page on your website, allow your entire site. There's a lot of different options there. So I wish I could get into every single different option, but like I said, there's just so many different options in all three of these. I just want to kind of give you a high-level overview of how to disallow pages, links, and your entire site if you want to. Alright, so that's the robots.txt, and then the last one is the rel equals nofollow attribute, and this is appended to link code. So on your specific page or wherever, whatever you're doing, whenever you have a link, any link at all, you can append this rel equals nofollow attribute right here, which I have highlighted. So this is just a regular normal link. So if you added this code right here, if you copied it and pasted it onto a page, any web page on the internet, it would show this anchor text, JL Affiliates, and that anchor text would be linked to jlaffiliates.com. Okay, so that's just standard regular link code. Okay, but this is the same code plus the rel equals nofollow attribute, and what this is saying is, I am not associated with this website. I am, but I'm using that as an example. And I do not want you to follow that. So whenever Google or Bing sees this rel equals nofollow attribute, it's basically the same as if the page contained this meta noindex nofollow tag. It's equivalent to that. It just says, just leave it alone, just forget about it, don't follow it, don't index it, just ignore it. Just ignore this link. So a rel equals nofollow attribute, this is what I use the most. For any affiliate link, I add a rel equals nofollow to it. Any external link for a page that I don't know a whole lot about, any page that could possibly be a gray area, could possibly be black hat. Of course, I don't want to be linking out to that anyway, but you never know what the situation is, what you're linking to. Comments in blogs, that's why a lot of blog comments are nofollow, because you can't you can't always, you don't always know the people who are commenting on your blog. You don't know the quality of their website. You don't know if it's associated with spam. So if Google comes to your blog and they see all these comments and all these links pointing to all these external sites, and some of them are black hat, then they're going to associate your blog with those black hat sites, for example. So, and that's why nofollow is a lot of time, that's the default. They add the rel nofollow attribute to the comment links by default in a lot of blogs, and that's why. And that's one example of the use of rel equals nofollow. But like I said, I use it for all my affiliate links and any other questionable links on my website that point out to someone else's website. I use that. And also you should use this for, and it doesn't, it's not like a down, a thumbs down for that website. It's not saying this is a bad website, or it's not like you're telling Google that it's a bad website. You're not at all. There's nothing at all wrong with using it. So you can actually use it for any duplicate content on your website. Like in WordPress, for example, you have all of your posts individually, and then you also have those same posts will show up in other canonical directories. So you could nofollow those other directories, for example. That way, Google doesn't see a bunch of duplicate content. So, that's just one of many examples. Like I said, again, there's all different kinds of uses for it, but that's kind of what I've used it for. And so that's a couple examples there. But hopefully this video has helped you if you weren't quite sure what the noindex is, what it's used for, etc., and as well as robots. Hopefully this has shed some light on that. Thanks.